Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Everything well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 15th May 2025. We are in a good mood today. We're doing a review. We're doing a very quick review of Trailer Park Boys because we already did it, and this is possibly gonna be one of the last like recap that I'm doing, because I'm finding myself. So recap wise, I'll do it quick. Recap wise, I find myself enjoying old show more than the new show. So we're reviewing the entirety of season one. It's super simple. We'll go with the general thought of season one. We'll go with first episode, second episode, third episode, fourth episode, fifth episode. We'll go with the plot. We'll go with my thought. We'll go with my MVP moment. There you go. As simple as this. So the first season always felt different in Trailer Park Boys. It always really felt different, and there's multiple way you can look at it. The first season follows the train of thought. It's Julian taking care of the park and Ricky getting his shit together, right? Now, if you look at the later season, there's a plot of the season. For example, they brew their own beer, they're growing weed, right? It's something in the background, but never the main focus of episode. And the first season, it is the first. Oh, what? Just please, dude, just work. There you go. It's working. Yeah. So the first season is that, and at the same time, it's very mockumentary. You know, mockumentary for me. Was my very first mockumentary. So Trailer Park Boy is my first mockumentary. I'm learning what it is. It's a documentary, but it's mocking. It felt more like a mockumentary than a comedy. In the Trailer Park Boys, it feels more like a comedy. Yes, there's documentation, but it's less than it. You get to know people, and what I really like about the first season is they present people like Levi, that never appears. They're presenting like this guy like Sam, who appears but at very low. So they have this character that are from the park, and they could have done multiple season, doing that. However, in the grand scheme of Skin, this season one, they could have not have been a season two like that. Why? Because the story would have already been spread thin. So now that's the plot. First episode, we got the plot. We got Julian. We meeting the park. It's amazing because the first episode is that it is already the plot of the whole season. Julian's in charge. Julian is the one we rely on, and Julian is the one that fixes everything. So we have Cyrus that comes in and said, "Hey, this is my park," and everybody's going to him, right? And this is a presence in the whole season. It's something that we're seeing countless time. Now, do I mind it? No, because at first the show is about Julian and Ricky. So the fact that we have a duality in these two characters. Now, fun fact: Mike Smith or Bubbles were not supposed to be part of the main show, but people liked Bubbles so much they had them. The first episode, also some plus is Ricky, how fucked up he is. But then again, the first thing that Ricky does is going to see Lucy, which is something that is part of the character of Ricky. Ricky is a dumbass. He's a reject. Ricky is not a good character. He becomes a good character because he becomes a amazing family guy. But that's the only redeeming quality. And then we have Bubbles that isn't as, and ultimately speaking, this is perfect because Bubble isn't as involved in the crimes or in the storyline as Ricky and Julian. In the first episode, we don't see that. My MVP moment is when I'm gonna say when Cyrus said that he wants his porn tape replaced because those are like creme de la creme. I thought it was really funny, really funny because who asked to replace porn tape? Episode number two. Forget school. Come and drink and eat chicken finger. It's in French. That's why I have to translate. So basically, we have Julian, who is tired of people always asking him to help him and help him and help him, and he feels like a loser. But he also feels, and it's nice because he feels like he has the potential. Julian's main flaw is because he thinks that he's better than everybody else. He's greedy when it comes to business. He's greedy when it comes to a lot of things, but it's because he's taking care of everybody. When people they don't have money, they go to Julian. if Julian doesn't have money, he doesn't have anybody to go to, so he has to be selfish, right? So then what um see, with the season two, it's more so about Julian, more so about Julian wanting to leave the park, and it's how much people they need him, right? And ultimately speaking, even when he leaves, he gets Ricky to have his car. It's so Shaw is in French, to have his car first. He's helping Ricky have equipment to grow some weed. He makes sure that Ricky and and Lucy are together, right? And that is him still at the same time wanting to leave the park, but making sure that everybody's okay, right? And then even the main problem, which is the main villain, if you will, or the main antagonist, is Leahy and Randy. In the first season, my favorite characters are probably Leahy and Randy because they're assholes, but they're also working for the park, right? So my favorite moments of season two of episode two is how much the park is willing. J Rock helps. There's this guy, I forget his name. He helps with the mechanics. A lot of people help to maintain, right? Even Leahy's like, yo, if you leave, I'm gonna put charge on you, and put charge on me because he's so afraid of Julian not being here. And even then, Julian says, hey, don't worry about Ricky. He's back with Lucy, so I don't have to take care of him. She'll take care of him. Then number three, we have Leahy as my porn tape. One of my favorite episodes from season three. One of my favorite episodes from early Trailer Park Boys. Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4 are my favorite seasons from Trailer Park Boys. Season 5 is also great. Season 6 is shit. 7 is shit. Shit. So episode number 3, they have money issues. And it's so funny because Julian's like, yo, Ricky, what are you doing, dude? He said, oh, I need money to have my plants. I need money to have my grow up. And in episode number 2, this is when I was talking about the season number 1. There's a following track. So he's trying to get his equipment in the season 2, but then he doesn't succeed. So what he does is he needs money. And he needs money how? He does J-Rock porn tape. He does J-Rock porno. Now, ultimately speaking, there's a large amount of the show where J-Rock is making porn tape, but it's picture perfect J-Rock. J-Rock is a hustler. J-Rock will sell cereal. J-Rock will sell flea markets. J-Rock sells groceries. J-Rock is a hustler. He sells. And the very first episode, when Cyrus is getting kicked out of the park, Cyrus he was selling drugs to the park, and like J-Rock's like, yo, don't worry about this guy. I'll sell you drugs, which is kind of crazy. But J-Rock is a good villain. He's not a villain, but he's a lesser evil. Let's put it like that. So number 3, the porn tape. And it's funny because we have Ricky. And this is, in my opinion, it's such a good episode below the surface. Because Ricky is not able to fuck because he's so loyal to Lucy. And this is how much, no matter how much of a fuck up he is, no matter how bad he is able to, what should I call it? It's such a good episode. Ricky is able to be a good father at the end, right? We got Bubbles who is frisky. He needs to get laid because he's horny, and then he has a chance to get laid. And this is also something that happens. Bubbles don't want to get involved in a lot of the the scheme of the guys. But then even when they steal barbecue, Bubbles like making barbecues. He likes fixing barbecues. He creates barbecue himself. Even when they're harvesting weed, Bubbles like, this is the fun part. Fuck selling. Harvesting is fun. And then the whole thing, which is one of the most popular moments ever in Trailer Park Boys, is this song. I'm a working man, I am, and I'm working underground. This is insane. And already we have this. And lastly, am I forgetting something? Of course, we learned that Leahy and Randy are gay. But at the same time, it's Julian taking care of everybody. They have a secret that could get in trouble, and he's protecting them. Now, ultimately speaking, I have to give a shout out. Do I need Leahy and Randy to be gay? No. I think it's funny, kinda, but it's more so that the first season was released in 2001. In 2001, there was next to no homosexual relationship on TV. So Trailer Park Boy was actually pretty fucking big. Pretty fucking big. Four? Okay, so Mrs. Peterson's dog at ate something weird. So this is basically an episode of Ricky being a fuck up. Julian is taking care of somebody that's elderly, which is again showing that Julian is a good character. He is a good quote unquote guy, and he is a good guy. But you know, so the episode number 5, not a lot going on. It's just again, there's little parts of the show, and I think this is the strength of Trailer Park Boy. It's part of the show that are so good. It's, for example, it's in the beginning. It's Ricky and Bubbles fighting because Ricky has a hard time getting the squirrel out of his weed. And then Bubble lend him a kitten, but he doesn't take care of the kitten, so like, fuck you. So you see, Ricky is kind of like a fuck up, right? But then, this is the first one where we see him being a father and being a good father. Yes, his daughter shot him, but he never gets mad at her, which is something, you know, kids fuck up. That's normal. That's part of learning. We get the first glance of dude, it's amazing. It's the first glance of Sam Lasco, which is one of the most popular, well, one of the most famous character actually. But it's also what I was saying, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Bro, it's amazing. The Mrs. Peterson telling Julian, "You're drinking too much. I'm worried about you." Who gives a shit how she feels? She's a character judging another characters. But it's part of the Trailer Park Boys. It's what makes it real. It's what makes it feel like this is a normal show. Most normal show would not put that in because it's boring. When you watch Trailer Park Boys, there's so many of those men that are fucking boring. But when you watch Vlogged, it's boring. So the same thing. Now we don't have the phone, so I'm gonna have to check it out. We're going fast. We're going good. We're going good. I got 7%. 7%. I'm a working man, I am. And I'm walking underground. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's gonna be slow, but it's okay. I think number 5 is I'm Not Gay. I Love Lucy. And the number 6 is The Wedding. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. So episode number 5 is I'm Not Gay, I Love Lucy. So then it's part of the it's not the best episode, but it's actually pretty good. So it's basically Lucy and Ricky kind of gets in a fight. Then she goes back to Julian, and she's always after Julian because she likes Julian. And again, I didn't like Lucy at the beginning, but now as a more adult, I understand it. Julian is a good provider. Julian would be a good father towards Trinity, right? And then he convinces Ricky to ask her to marry him, and to convince him, he says people think that we're gay, and then he said, "I'm not gay." Okay, give me a sec. Okay, so now I'm at 5%. I'm gonna have to charge. Fuck. Battery's low, but this is my last video of the day, so we're good. So we're good. My last video for a while, actually, not for the day, because we have more video to do. 5%, we're good. Okay. So basically, Julian, he wants to get rid of Lucy, but he also knows that that's the right thing to do. So, for example, there's a moment of the episode that I really enjoy where it's Bubble saying Plato, which is a psychologue, the father of psychology, said that there's something such as a noble lie. So you lie to benefit people, and it's not a hurtful lie. It's not something that's bad to do. It's okay to lie. And then, ultimately speaking, that's what Julian does. You know that Lucy likes Ricky, And then you know that Ricky likes Lucy. Now he does it to get rid of Lucy, but he wants Ricky to be with Lucy. When Ricky is with Lucy, he's at his best. He's acting like a father. He's taking care of people. He actually thinks about what he's doing. He's avoiding jail. So it's a pretty good episode. My favorite moment is fucking Bubbles talking about Plato, because this is what makes the show so real. It's a dude. Then again, this is gonna be completely out of context, but I love watching a guy called Cobra GFS. In Cobra GFS, I love him, and I'm not. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. He's autistic. I'm not saying that Bubbles is autistic. Um, and Cobra has this understanding of human emotion that you wouldn't expect a autistic person to have. So like, wow, okay, you're okay. It makes sense. Makes sense. I thought it'd be quite clever. Now I got number 6. Who invited these dicks to my wedding? Possibly one of the most boring episode. It feels like an end of the show though. So for example, we got Levi with once again one of the more respected people of the park, gets Ricky a job, which is really good. What else do we get? We get Randy, Corey and Trevor kind of fucking up. We have the whole park and being invited at the wedding. One of those part that is really cool is they invite Leahy and Randy. You know they fucking hate those guys because they're part of the park, right? And it's such a weird episode because it doesn't feel like a finale. It doesn't feel like a finale. It feels like the end of the show once again. But at the same time, it is the park. There's some good moments in the park. It's good to live in Sunnyvale. It's moment like that that makes you want to live in Sunnyvale. And it's moment like them um, having a wedding. You're like, holy shit, it's like a small knitted community. Yeah, close knit community, right? And then the craziest part about this is how little Ray has to do with the story. Ray gets involved really much in the season 2. Ray, who is also one of the director. There's Ray that gets involved. There's a little bit of J Rock. J Rock is one of the most important character later on. But you see, as much as I like J Rock, J Rock is Michael Torrance. J Rock is one of the bigger problem of the show. So you, this is my opinion. This is a long time fan. Is a 20+ year fan. Trailer Park Boys. A character like J Rock is the perfect picture perfect because you can kind of see season 1 Julian, see season 12 Julian, and say, okay, well, this is the same guy. Kind of see season 1 Bubbles, kind of seeing season 12 similar. You can kind of even see Ricky, right? But you cannot see J Rock changes. And to a certain degree, for example, we got Lucy, who is kind of like, I don't want to say slutty, but she's kind of promiscuous. It was in season 1 too. The second that Ricky goes out, she's going out with Julian. She's trying to go out with Julian, right? So yeah. And that's my review of season 1. Season 1 always felt different. My favorite season of all time is 4. Season 2 is when it starts to get really good. Season 2, I want to do a review tomorrow, but season 2 is my second favorite season. Why? Because season 2 is the perfect mixture between documentary and comedy. First season is mockumentary. Season 2 is mockumentary and comedy. For example, with episode like Bible Pimp, with episode like I met Cats and Dogs from Corey and Trevor. And that is pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.